In the ever-evolving world of K-pop, few names shine as brightly as Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS. Even as the group undergoes transitions with military service and prepares for a monumental return in 2026, Jungkook's influence continues to resonate across the industry. Recently, contestants on the new survival show Boys to Planet openly declared Jungkook as one of their greatest inspirations, proving that his impact extends far beyond the ARMY fandom and into the dreams of aspiring idols. Contestants describe Jungkook as the perfect role model, not just because of his exceptional vocal and dance skills, but also his journey of growth under the spotlight since debuting at only 15 years old. His evolution from the shy teenage trainee to a confident global superstar represents the kind of perseverance and artistry that new idols aspired to emulate. Many trainees on the program highlighted Jungkook's dedication to self-improvement, recalling his consistent efforts to enhance his singing, dancing, songwriting, and even his fitness over the years. What stands out most is how Jungkook embodies versatility. He is not only praised for his powerhouse vocals and stage presence, but also for his ability to seamlessly adapt to different musical genres, whether it's pop, R&B, EDM, or ballads. This adaptability is seen as a blueprint for longevity in an industry that evolves at lightning speed. Industry experts have noted that Jungkook has set a new standard for what it means to be a complete idol, a performer who excels in multiple areas while maintaining authenticity. Beyond his talents, Jungkook's work ethic and humility continue to inspire both fans and fellow artists. Despite his global fame, he is often described as someone who remains grounded, frequently expressing gratitude to ARMY and encouraging younger artists to never stop practicing. This balance of extraordinary success with humility has become a defining quality that newer idols wish to replicate. The recognition from Boys to Planet contestants highlights the cultural ripple effect of BTS's legacy. While every BTS member has their unique influence, Jungkook's golden maknae status has made him a symbol of possibility. The idea that with hard work, resilience, and passion, a young trainee can rise to become one of the most celebrated performers in the world. As BTS prepares to regroup for a new album and world tour in 2026, the acknowledgement of Jungkook as a role model reaffirms his central role in shaping the future of K-pop. The industry may continue to change, but one thing is clear. Jungkook's journey has already carved a path for the next wave of idols who hope to follow in his footsteps. The admiration for Jungkook is not confined to South Korea or the K-pop industry alone. His solo projects have also earned him recognition as a trendsetter on the international stage. From top-end global charts with singles like 7 and 3D, to being featured on playlists alongside Western pop icons, Jungkook has showcased the universal appeal of K-pop artistry. This global recognition only adds to his status as a role model, as young performers around the world, whether they are trainees in Seoul or aspiring musicians in Los Angeles, Tokyo, and Sao Paulo, cite him as proof that music can transcend cultural and language barriers. Cultural commentators note that Jungkook has become a figure who bridges East and West. His fluency in English during live broadcasts, his collaborations with international artists, and his approachable personality on global platforms like Weverse and TikTok have made him relatable to a wider audience. For many young fans and trainees, Jungkook represents the idea that staying true to your identity while embracing new challenges can lead to unprecedented success. Training academies in South Korea have even begun to reference Jungkook's career in their teaching materials. Vocal coaches highlight his steady progression in technique, from raw talent to polished powerhouse, while dance instructors analyze his stage movements to show how charisma and control can coexist. His nickname, the Golden Maknae, originally given by fans for his all-around skills, has now taken on a symbolic meaning: the dream of becoming an idol who excels in every field without losing humility. Some trainees have openly admitted to practicing Jungkook's solo performances as part of their preparation. His iconic live stages, particularly those during award shows and global concerts, have become benchmarks for aspiring idols to study and replicate. In this way, Jungkook's artistry is indirectly shaping the performance standards of the next K-pop generation. Of course, Jungkook's rise as a role model cannot be separated from the unwavering support of BTS's fanbase, ARMY. With their global presence, ARMY ensures that every milestone Jungkook achieves receives worldwide attention. When trainees cite him as their inspiration, it is also a nod to the powerful ecosystem of fans who have elevated BTS into household names. This mutual admiration between idol, fans, and aspiring artists creates a cycle of inspiration that strengthens Jungkook's cultural significance. As BTS prepares for their highly anticipated reunion in 2026, Jungkook's role as a guiding figure for future idols will likely grow stronger. His ability to balance solo success with group identity sets him apart as an example of how to thrive both individually and collectively. Entertainment analysts predict that as more survival shows and K-pop training programs emerge, Jungkook will continue to be cited as the ideal archetype of a modern idol. For now, Jungkook's story serves as a reminder that the path from trainee to global icon is not only possible, but achievable, if one has the same dedication, passion, and humility that he has consistently shown.
K-pop analysts have pointed out that Jungkook represents a new archetype of idol, one that merges artistry, discipline, and relatability. Professor Kim Ji-yeon, a cultural studies expert at Seoul National University, described Jungkook as the idol of idols, someone whose career trajectory has become a case study for the industry itself. Jungkook debuted at such a young age, yet he consistently demonstrated resilience under immense pressure, Kim explained. What makes him remarkable is his willingness to show his vulnerability while still performing at the highest level. This duality makes him accessible to young artists while reinforcing his credibility as a global superstar. Music producers also credit Jungkook's versatility as a benchmark. His ability to move seamlessly between genres, whether R&B ballads, EDM collaborations, or pop anthems, has expanded the definition of what a K-pop idol can achieve. For trainees, Jungkook shows that you don't have to be confined to a single style, one producer commented. Adaptability is the future of the industry, and Jungkook is the prime example. On Boys 2 Planet, several contestants voiced how Jungkook inspired them to chase their dreams. One trainee admitted, "I used to struggle with singing and dancing at the same time. Watching Jungkook's performances motivated me to practice harder because he makes it look effortless." Another added, "Jungkook isn't just talented, he shows us that even the biggest stars work tirelessly behind the scenes. That makes me believe I can grow too." Stories like these reflect how Jungkook's journey resonates not only with fans, but also with those walking the same path he once did. Young trainees working through endless hours of training, hoping to debut someday. While past K-pop legends such as TVXQ's Yoonho, Big Bang's G-Dragon, and EXO's Kai each set their own standards of excellence, Jungkook is seen as uniquely positioned in today's global era. Unlike earlier generations, Jungkook rose to prominence at a time when K-pop was becoming a worldwide phenomenon. His presence on global charts, international award shows, and Western collaborations has cemented him as more than just a domestic star. G-Dragon was a cultural icon of the 2000s, Kai defined elegance and performance in the 2010s, but Jungkook is the face of K-pop's global era in the 2020s, one journalist noted. He embodies not only Korean excellence, but also international accessibility. As K-pop expands into new territories with virtual concerts, AI-driven content, and cross-border collaborations, Jungkook's career provides a roadmap for sustainability. His ability to remain grounded despite massive fame sets him apart as a leader for the next generation. While many younger idols and trainees openly cite Jungkook as their inspiration, the BTS member himself has often expressed humility about such recognition. In past interviews and live broadcasts, Jungkook has admitted that he still sees himself as a student of music and performance. "I don't think I'm perfect," he once said during a fan Q&A session. "I just try my best every day. If someone finds inspiration in that, I'm grateful."
This sense of humility resonates deeply with trainees. Rather than presenting himself as an unreachable star, Jungkook acknowledges his imperfections and emphasizes constant self-improvement. Industry observers believe this attitude is precisely why young idols see him as a relatable and credible role model. The global BTS fanbase, ARMY, plays an important role in spreading Jungkook's influence. On social media platforms like X, formerly known as Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, ARMY frequently share motivational clips of Jungkook practicing late into the night, rehearsing tirelessly before concerts, or offering encouraging words during live streams. These clips often go viral, reaching aspiring performers who may not even identify as ARMY, but still find motivation in Jungkook's dedication. Hashtags like #GoldenMaknae, #InspirationJungkook, and #RoleModelJK trend regularly whenever new idols cite him as an influence. Fans argue that Jungkook's journey, from a teenager who doubted himself to a confident global artist, is a representation of resilience and growth, qualities that resonate universally. What makes Jungkook's role especially unique is that his influence spans multiple generations of K-pop. He himself grew up idolizing figures like Big Bang's Taehyung and Supreme Team's Simon D, and now he has become that same inspirational figure for the trainees who will shape the future of the industry. This generational cycle underscores K-pop's evolving legacy. Each new era is built on the inspiration of those who came before. Yet Jungkook's case is distinct because his career is unfolding during the genre's peak globalization. Unlike earlier idols of the early 2000s or 2010s, Jungkook's visibility is amplified not just in Korea, but in every corner of the world. As a result, the trainees who admire him are not limited to Seoul-based academies. They also come from dance studios in Europe, vocal schools in Latin America, and training camps in Southeast Asia.